New OS by AlexiJacobs. Introduction. My name is AlexiJacobs. I am 19 years old. Before we get started, let me talk about Tater's objective. The IT director and stakeholders are interested in examining some cost-cutting measures which could save money in the long run for our organization. I have been tasked to look for an alternative operating system environment that could substitute our current OS environment, Microsoft, Windows 7, and Windows 8. Let's talk about the Microsoft issues that we will come to if we were to move our systems from our Windows 7 and 8 to Windows 10. First issue, high resource requirements. Compared to other operating systems, Microsoft requires its customers to have a high-quality computer, which includes a faster CPU, a larger hard disk drive, or more internal memory. Second issue, poor security. When comparing Microsoft to other operating systems, Microsoft security is seen as weak. And here at Tater's industry, security is one of the biggest aspects of our industry. We never want the wrong information to land in the wrong person's hands. Third issue, it's been rumored that Windows 10 will eventually go to a subscription model of some sort. If this was to happen, if we were to move our systems to a Windows 10 operating system, and Microsoft was to decide to make Windows a subscription model, we would basically have to pay a monthly fee or a yearly fee just to have our systems up and running. This would not look good on the financial side of our company. And fourth reason is closed source. Microsoft is a closed source company. So now if Windows 10 is not an option, what else is out there? Well, here I present you Linux Ubuntu. What is Linux Ubuntu? Ubuntu description. Throughout some extensive research, I was able to find a great replacement for our current OS. Ubuntu is a complete Linux operating system, freely available with both community and professional support. It revolves with the idea that software should be available free of charge, that software tools should be usable by people in their local language and despite any disabilities, and that people should have their freedom to customize and alter their software in whatever way they see fit. Now let's talk about the pros and the cons in Ubuntu Linux. First pro, Ubuntu will always be free of charge, and there is no extra fee for the Enterprise Edition. Many software distributors out there, when they sell the software, they have a standard edition and an enterprise edition. And they normally charge for the enterprise edition. With Ubuntu, this is not the case. It's free. Second pro, Ubuntu includes the very best in translations and accessibility infrastructure that the free software community has to offer. Thanks to this feature, Ubuntu is usable to as many people as possible. Third pro, Ubuntu is shipped in stable and regular release cycles. A new release will be shipped every 6 months. Fourth pro, Ubuntu is entirely committed to the principles of open source software development. They also encourage people to use open source software, improve it, and pass it on. Now that we talked about the pros, let's also talk about the cons. First con, Ubuntu does not support as much software as the Windows OS community. While it supports common productivity software such as LibreOffice, many client-installed games and applications will not run on Linux. Linux does not support all hardware and peripherals, An embedded Wi-Fi adapter that works in Windows may not work with Ubuntu. Third con, Adobe is not available for Ubuntu Linux. And although it is not a huge issue, it is somewhat annoying when working with collaborators who do use Adobe software. So now the question arises, after seeing the pros and cons, why is Ubuntu the best solution? I've taken some of my time to come up with 7 good reasons of why Ubuntu will be a great move instead of Windows 10. Let's get started. Number 1, Ubuntu is free. Because Ubuntu and many of the applications it runs are free, millions of people wherever they are in the world are able to use affordable computers that run not just an efficient OS. Number 2, Ubuntu is completely customizable. Ubuntu is customizable from the moment you install it. The latest version uses the GNOME desktop environment, which allows you to personalize virtually every single element of your UI UX, from your notification sounds, pop-up style, fonts, system animations, and even workspaces. Reason number 3, Ubuntu is more secure. Although Windows 10 has seen a good amount of security improvements, it is not yet immune to some stubborn Trojans and malware. And like I said before, and I will say it again, security is very important, especially on computers and PCs. Reason number 4, Ubuntu runs without installing. You don't need to wait through a whole installation process because you can run Ubuntu as live directly from a pen drive. This means that you can carry your OS along with your work files, boot it on another person's workstation, and carry on working as if the PC is completely yours. Ladies and gentlemen, if this isn't a plus, then I don't know what it is. Number 5, Ubuntu's command line. Ubuntu comes with default support for Bash in its command line, along with a variety of other commands that make working on servers, development environments, and local files a lot more easier. I am very sure that this feature will be very beneficial in our IT department. Number 6, Ubuntu can be updated without restarting. Ubuntu is capable of installing its updates in the background, and you will not need to be distracted from your work. Ladies and gentlemen, nowadays, currently with our current systems that we have on our computers, whenever there's an update on Windows 10 or Windows 7 or Windows 8, these updates can take up to a 30-minute time span. And most of the time, the computer needs to restart to do those updates. 30 minutes. Now with Ubuntu, it can do these updates in the background while you continue working. 30 minutes of work are coming back to us. Now number 7, Ubuntu is more resource friendly. The last but not the least point is that Ubuntu can run on older hardware far better than Windows. Even Windows 10, that is said to be more resource friendly, doesn't do as good of a job compared to any Linux distro. An example, Ubuntu Unity doesn't need high-end system requirements. Actually, the recommended hardware requirements are 700 MHz processor, 512 megabytes of RAM, and 5 gigabytes hard disk, barely asking for nothing. There are also other advantages Ubuntu has over Windows, like being more accommodating of other operating systems, and better integration with administrative tools. Basically, with Ubuntu, you can select the amount of memory storage you want to use during the setup. Now that we've gone over these 7 good reasons of why Ubuntu will be a better choice than Windows 10, I've taken some time of my day to download Ubuntu on my VirtualBox, and I look for 5 applications that will benefit our industry as a whole and will make our workspace and environment more friendly. Let's get started. The first application that I come up with that I thought was a good idea was Geary Email Client. So what is Geary Email Client? So Geary is a fully featured IMAP email client that gets you set up to send and receive mail from popular webmail providers, including Gmail, Yahoo, Mail, and Outlook incredibly quickly through its handy first run account wizard. Once things synced up, you'll find that Geary offers a clean, modern look for your mail and offers good integration with the GNOME Shell desktop. How about I hop on the VirtualBox and I'll show you exactly how this application works. So here I have opened up VirtualBox and I've started my VM machine, Ubuntu from Linux. And I will show you the Geary email client. So if I go to my show applications right here and click on Geary, and here's the wizard that I was telling you about. So it gives you the option of Gmail, Outlook, Yahoo. You can click, if you have a different email provider, you can click it there. And it gives you more options. You can put your name, your email address, even has the IMAP server, your login name, and if you're sending down there too. I have a Gmail account, so I'm going to tap in my Gmail credentials and I will show you how this works and the features that this application has. So I'll be right back and let me do this real quick. As you can see, I've tapped in my email address and here you see it's just like a regular email provider. You have the inbox, draft, sent, trash, outbox, and you can like create an email too. So this, personally, I think this is a good application for our PCs because that way we can manage our emails, read them, and send emails through our Ubuntu OS. Now let's hop next to the next application. Next application I come up with was LibreOffice. So LibreOffice is a free and powerful office suite and a successor to OpenOffice.org. Its clean interface and feature-rich tools help the users to unleash their creativity and enhance their productivity. So let's hop on the VirtualBox and show you how this looks. So here I am back at the Ubuntu VirtualBox. I'm going to show you the show applications. So the LibreOffice comes with many features. It comes with the calculator, the draw, there's the images, and the LibreOffice writing document. Personally, I think the most used will be I think we would need all of this 4 right here that I've downloaded after I installed Ubuntu. But let me show you just one, for example. So let's click here on LibreOffice on the document. As you can see, just like a regular Word document, you can type in information. You can save it to a file. You can add a table, images, just like any other Word document. This will definitely be useful to write letters, to put down data, save documents, and many stuff like that. So LibreOffice would definitely be a good choice of application for our systems. Now let's go to the next application. Third is VLC. So what is VLC? So VLC will play almost any media format you throw at it. It could be a video, audio, or something in between. As well as playing DVDs, VLC can access DLNA shares and online streams and even transcode video from one format to another. This is a pretty cool and awesome feature. Let's go hop in the VirtualBox and show you how this looks. Here we are back in the VirtualBox, and let's use this feature. So to start off, just let me show you the application. So we click on the application, we go to VLC right here. Takes a while to open up. Okay, oof, sorry about that. Right here, as you can see, it has a play button, media, so you can open up a file. So just with the application itself, you can't really do much unless you have a video or something to play through here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to a web browser, and I already did this throughout my time, and I found a free video that was able to download. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to download this video, show a little clip, just 8 seconds, you know. Just download it, and let's see, put default, and let's say save file. Okay, save file. It's downloading. All right, there you go. It's downloaded. So now we're gonna go to my files, go to downloads. Here's the video, so I'm gonna click on it, and bam, it's playing. Okay, I was playing with the wrong one. Here it is. So it has 2 different ones. So you can hear it, open with VLC Media Player, select, and there you go. It's playing. Good quality. And you can adjust the sound right here. You can pause it and everything else. Pretty cool feature, and I'm sure this will be useful in our industry. Now the 4th application, Bitwarden. So what is Bitwarden? So Bitwarden is the easiest and safest way to store all of your logins and passwords while conveniently keeping them synced between all of your devices. Password theft is a serious problem. The website and apps that you use are under attack every single day. So now let's go back to the VirtualBox and show you how this looks. Here we are back at the VirtualBox. We're gonna show you right here, Bitwarden. So in order to use this application, you generally have to create an account with the application. Hold on, let me show you. There you go. So you create your email address, and then you put your password. Once you log in, you're able to manage your passwords, and that way, if you were to, let's say, go to a different device, you can just log in through there, and you have your passwords there. And yeah, it's pretty safe and it's simple at the same time. Like I said, security is a really important aspect in any industry out here. So this will solve so many of our problems that the IT department might have with security reasons, you know. Efficient and easy and secure. Let's go to the next application. Now, last but not least, we have number 5, Skype. I'm sure everyone knows what Skype is. So Skype is a proprietary telecommunication application that specializes in providing video chat and voice calls between computers, tablets, mobile devices, and many more. Let's go to the VirtualBox and show you this. Here we are back in the VirtualBox, and let's go to Skype. There we go. I'm sure everyone has used Skype here. So with Skype, you have to create an account like any other communication application. So you have to sign in. I don't have an account with Skype right now, but once you sign in, you're able to set up meetings, virtual meetings, and you can do calls, video conferences, send messages. It's a really good application, and I think that this will help our industry, especially now with COVID-19, that we're not able to be together and be like physically next to each other. With Skype, we're able to communicate faster and more efficiently. So Skype will definitely be a good choice of application for our new system of Ubuntu. So now that we've gone over 7 reasons of why Ubuntu is way better than Windows 10, and why Ubuntu will be a good choice to transition from Windows 7 and Windows 8, let's go with the closing statement. So what does Ubuntu has to offer? Ubuntu OS is open source. It's free. So we do not have to worry about any subscription-based operating system like Windows 10, which is only a rumor, but we do not want to take that chance. Ubuntu is also faster, especially with those updates. If updates can run through the background, while we continue doing our work. And Ubuntu is more secure than Windows 10. Even though Ubuntu OS was built from the kernel all the way up, makes it more secure, we can also use the application that I've gone over to make sure our passwords are secured in one place. That way we're able to be more mobile and have your passwords with us wherever we go. It's secure and efficient. And here are my citations. Well, thank you for listening to me, ladies and gentlemen. And I believe these are the good reasons for us to move from Windows 7 and 8 to a Ubuntu Linux distribution. I think this will benefit our organization, and it will definitely be more efficient, more secure, and faster. Have a great afternoon.